Thomas LaManna as he now campaigns in the super middleweight division. Great to see him back displaying his talents, and no doubt looked mightily impressive. He is Lions only, proudly representing Houston, Texas, and did another fantastic job, guided by his trainer, Highland Williams Sr. I know that he misses, and he missed the limelight, but lo and behold, it's like he never left. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, and still undefeated, now fighting at super middleweight, Jermall Charlo, ladies and gentlemen. 34-0, so says Tom Brown. Victory number 34 for this man, Jermall Charlo, Houston's finest. Jermall, before you take a seat, why don't you come up and say a couple of words, and then you could take your seat and answer a few questions. Congrats on the W.
Thank you. First off, I want to thank God. I want to thank Al Heyman. I want to thank my supporters. I want to thank Ludus Kubas, Tom, TGB, everyone, Brittany, even Brittany. I want to thank my mom, my dad, my twin brother for motivating me and keeping me locked in. And Highland Williams, Big Said. He not only been there like since I was a kid, but like always been there. Even when when I was actually underneath Ronnie Shields, master plans. Big Said still called me and checked on me, and we just knew this day would come, and God made it happen for us. And I'm like super proud to add you to my team and add to my the chemistry that we share. Like I don't think I share that bond even with my father. And thank you for always being there for me. Thank you. This camp was amazing. I probably had too much fun this camp. But it's cool though, because that's what it's all about. Having fun, giving my all, working, and just staying focused. Talk to my mom every day. Talk to my brother, my peers, my friends. CC hit me up, Didi hit me up every day. Everybody that's just been really holding me down. I just want to say to my fans and my friends and people out there, if you ever going through something, the worst thing to do is hold it in. It don't matter who it is. Just talk to somebody about it, and that's the best thing you can do. And try to move forward. Just pray to God that He could change the view on things in life, and that's kind of what I've been doing, and I've been battling with it. I know I just got a victory, and I got a victory maybe a year ago, and I've kind of been inactive, but my goal is to get more active. But, I'm still battling some things now, but I'm not, it's not affecting me not to fight. As you can see, I went in there and still prevailed, and just wanted to tell y'all, thank y'all for following me, thank y'all for being there with me each and every step of the way. It's a journey, and I'm still working towards making myself better. I'm not perfect, but my record is.
You can take a seat. Congrats. Yes, his record is perfect, and he remains perfect by defeating Thomas LaManna. Questions from the media? Raise your hand, and they will give you the microphone.
Jermall, congrats, first of all, man. Congrats on getting the dub. And, upon seeing Caleb Plant's fight tonight, did any part of you wish, now I wish we would have fought tonight instead? And what did you think of his fight? And is that a fight you still want to do next, despite Resendiz winning tonight?
Yeah, man, we got to go back to the drawing board with this one. Caleb Plant dropped the ball. He looked out of shape. He looked a little, he couldn't have fought me tonight. Yeah, I wish it would have happened, to answer your question. But, I'm not here to bash nobody, talk down on nobody, but Caleb Plant dropped the ball on this one. I want my leg back. I still want my leg back. I don't care if he got the belt or not. We can make a belt. They can make a belt. Somebody make a belt. I want my leg back.
Too many damn belts.
Right.
You know what?
Stephen Coreno, KOR Sports. Jermall, congratulations. I saw early in some of the rounds you kind of were shaking out your arms a little bit. I don't know if you're just trying to get loose or, I don't know, can you just explain what was going on? I don't know if you have an injury or something, just explain what was going on there.
I'm healthy, brother. I rebuke you, too.
Jermall, congratulations. You showed off at a very educated jab tonight out there. What type of statement do you think you set out to the rest of the division watching, just everyone else watching that wants to lay their hands on you one day?
I mean, you asked a question and answered it too, but I jab. That's what I do. I spend hours and hours and hours on my jab. I'm perfected. I landed different ways, different shots, different speeds, different levels, different angles. That's one of the punches that I'm known for. You know, I set everything up off the jab. Everything is about the jab to me, and I feel like I am one of the best jabbers in boxing history. But tonight was just all about getting a little closer, and the only way I could get closer is shoot the jab to the chest. And as I was landing the jab, like midway through, the shot just landed like right where it needed to be. It was perfect. I mean, nothing I can say about it, just about me overloading the jab.
Jermall, did you know that this was coming during this camp? I know you had a good camp. You showed up here so bright-eyed and aware and engaged with everything. But did you know that this night was coming? And do you feel like your effort tonight was world-class, that this could compete with anyone out there?
Not really. Did I know the night was coming? Yeah, I look at the calendar every day. Y'all ask me some crazy questions like, did I know it was coming? No, I actually, the fight came faster than it was supposed to. I wish I had more time. And like my brother was up in the front was saying, I looked like I was shaking out my arms. Well, that's how I was about camp. Like they didn't even get, by the time I finished wrapping my hands, stretched a little bit, we hit like maybe the pass for about what, 30 seconds?
About a half round.
About a half a round, yeah, we did pass it. I was ready to go. I was just getting warmed up a little bit. You know, it probably even took me longer, but I dropped the ball on my homies. They bet it on round 5. Do 6. It's cool.
Jermall, Ernesto Amador from No Puedes Jugar Boxeo. When you take a look of your record, it's impressive. 34-0, that's amazing. Do you consider yourself one of the most dangerous fighters now in 168?
I am one of the most dangerous fighters at 168. I'm just getting to 168, so I'm going to get familiar with it. But sooner or later, my team, I got the best team. Trust me, TGB, Tom Brown, everybody out here, everybody everybody that work with me, they know how to. We're gonna go after the right things. Now that Caleb Plant has lost the belt, I mean, we got to go back to the drawing board. But it's still some good fights at 168. And
but the thing is that you look amazing in this weight class division. You're not struggling with the weight, and you're a 168 natural, in my opinion.
I think I will retire at 168. This is one of the divisions that I always looked up to. All of my favorite greats, they are in 168. This is a great division for me. I feel strong at 168. I mean, I'm 35 years old now. I just had a birthday like a couple of days ago. Happy birthday to me. Happy belated birthday to me.
Happy belated birthday, Jermall.
Yeah. No,
Let's give a round of applause. Happy belated birthday to Jermall Charlo.
I didn't get a chance to celebrate my birthday. I was working out.
Well, now you can.
To make 168. Yeah, I'm going to do it tonight.
One more question for the birthday man, Jermall Charlo.
Ma, it's Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype. I just wanted to go back to the Caleb Plant topic for a second. A couple weeks ago, you know, Ryan Garcia, he took a loss to Rolly Romero. They were pitching the Devin Haney-Ryan rematch before that fight even started. Obviously, they talked about you versus Caleb before his fight started. Do you think he was distracted? And can you talk about just what it's like for a fighter to have to keep their focus when the big money's, you know, coming down the line?
I can't speak on everyone else. You know, I'm not one of those fighters that's like, you know, trying to figure out what's the next move. Like, you know, I was happy to add a little flame and a little like fire to this card. This card was actually lackluster and type of card without me, you know. And then for the fact that Caleb Plant it was a good card. No, look, no. Listen. Don't take what I'm saying wrong. Listen, please, Tom, don't take what I'm saying wrong. I like the card. Great fighters on the card. Good competition. The competition to this card was like 2 almost even. But they try to set up this narrative like, oh, Jermall Charlo is supposed to be fighting Caleb Plant. But no, I was supposed to be fighting Thomas LaManna. I did what I had to do. Caleb Plant didn't do what he had to do. Now he has to go back to the drawing board, get with his team to figure out what he's going to do next if he want to fight me. You know what I mean? He does still deserve a fight with me. And I still deserve a fight with him. And I think all the fans in the world still will tune in to a fight with Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant, regardless styles make matchups. No matter what was the outcome tonight. See, like in UFC and other sports, they take losses and they still be like the top of the world. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant took a couple losses. He took this little loss. I still don't look at him like he's not a dangerous fighter. He's still a dangerous fighter. I just think that, to answer your question, yes, Rolly and Ryan, they had that little thing going because they was looking for the Devin fight. The Devin fight looked at fluke. Like, boxing is boxing. Y'all got to understand this. We still fighters. We still human beings. We still have to get out there and fight and perform every night, every day, train every day. I mean, what I'm basically trying to say is I look at the step that I'm taking at this moment. I'm not overlooking anybody in the division. To be honest with you, at this moment, I think the best move for my career, I'm 35, time is wasting, whatever y'all want to call it, I'm still having fun in the sport. I still got a lot more fights to go. I think that I should just keep fighting, and hopefully I can get the Canelo fight. I mean, when y'all want to see that? I'd rather fight Canelo than Plant at this point.
One more question for Jermall Charlo. Final question.
Jermall over here, congratulations on the win. That was actually my question to you in regards to Canelo. You talk about a missed opportunity for Caleb. He didn't hold up to his end of the bargain. You did. In 2023, you were close to getting the Canelo fight, but you weren't ready. Why do you deserve it now, and what do you need to do to get it?
I was ready. It just wasn't the time. The time wasn't. It's all about the time. Like we said, that's what we talk about, right? It's all about the time God gives us, bro. Look, I'm not tripping on, the Canelo fight. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. You know what I mean? At 168, I want to become a world champion at 168 for myself, for my legacy, for my kids. And other than that, I would just let it flow. I just want to be great but go down in history as like one of the greats that ever did it. And I want to fight Canelo. I want to fight Plant. I want to take those big fights if they are there. If they're not there, then what am I supposed to do? Just keep waiting? No, it's not more time to wait. I got to fight these fights. And not then what I'm supposed to do. But one thing I'm going to do is stay loyal to TGB, Al Heyman, everyone who stayed loyal to me, I'm going to stay loyal to them. So it is what it is. Thank y'all.
Congratulations, Jermall. Jermall Charlo remains undefeated and perfect, and also 8-0 here in Las Vegas as well. So Vegas has certainly been a nice place for Jermall Charlo to compete in. Congratulations, Jermall. Look forward to seeing you in the near future. Excellent performance. Thank you. Long time, man. Continue with our post-fight press conference. I've always said it about this man. He's a throwback fighter. He's willing to take on any and all comers, and obviously went ahead and had a tremendous effort here tonight against Armando Resendiz. I will give the floor to Caleb Plant, ladies and gentlemen, from Nashville, Tennessee, now living here in Las Vegas. Caleb Plant always comes out, fights his heart out. Caleb, the floor is yours.
Hey, everybody. It was a great fight tonight, close fight. Felt like it could have went either way. But, it's live by the sword, die by the sword. And the judges seen it how they've seen it, and, I'm not the type to make any excuses. I left no stone unturned this camp, put it all in, paid a lot of money for camp, did a lot of work, a lot of running. And obviously I'm disappointed, but wanted to make sure I come out here and, said my piece, came to see you guys, and, I still getting a lot of love from the fans, and, I think I've earned their respect over the years, and obviously right now I'm just disappointed. So.
Take a seat. Questions for Caleb Plant? Raise your hand.
Hey Caleb, how you doing? This is Najee from Cigar Talk. Obviously it didn't go your way today. I feel like you weren't throwing the right hand as much. I know a lot of people said that on Twitter as well. Was there anything wrong with your right hand at all at any point during the fight?
Yeah, it was hurting me a little bit. Yeah, it was kind of bruised, but, that's not an excuse, and what do? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's live by the sword, die by the sword, and it was a close fight.
Caleb, congrats on a hard-fought fight. Throughout the week, when you spoke of Resendiz, you talked about stepping on him. Did you, in retrospect, underestimate or overlook him at all in this fight?
No, I knew it would be a tough fight, and that's one thing. People try to say that about Trevor as well. And one thing, maybe the boxing media, but for sure the boxing fans are going to have to start understanding is it's not a popularity contest. So just because a man doesn't have 1 million followers or isn't always in the limelight doesn't mean that he's not a good fighter. And I knew Resendiz was going to be a tough fight. I knew what was on my hands, and I didn't overlook him. Brad, my dad, Rich, Tony, none of us overlooked him. We knew it was going to be a tough fight, and that's what I'm in the business of. Is taking those fights that are going to push me, taking the fights that are going to give me good experience that I can take into the next fight. But no, I definitely didn't overlook him. I knew it was going to be a tough fight.
Caleb, Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype. Down here, Caleb. So obviously, you just talked about, not overlooking Resendiz, but even up until the weigh-in or the presser, one of those 2 days, excuse me if I'm wrong on the date, but it seemed like you and Charlo were still going back. Was there any level, or back and forth, excuse me, was there any level of distraction, between Charlo and whatever you guys had in this fight?
No, that's why I kept putting off y'all's questions about Charlo. I think even, right after the press conference, you may have asked me something, and I was like, yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm focused on, the task at hand, and you can only fight one fight at a time. And, fights aren't won on paper, they're won in the ring. And, I take nothing away from Resendiz. He's a hell of a fighter. I'm happy for him. I know he's got a kid on the way, so, congratulations to him and his. And, me and my team will regroup, get back in the gym, and be back.
Kaylin, all my respect, I admire your career and you know that, but let me talk about this beautiful, classy act. What did you share with Del Toro Resendiz, because it's a very classy act?
Yeah, I just, told him congratulations to him and his, congratulations on the baby, gave his wife a hug and told him I'm happy for him.
Are you tempted, Caleb, to try to run this one right back, or would you like to go to Charlo, given who you are in the sport?
I'm down for anything. I'd go right into the Charlo fight, but we got a rematch clause, so I'm more than willing to run it right back.
CP right here, Marcus Hayes with Fight Hub TV, and that's what I wanted to ask you. We heard Charlo say that they could make up a belt, that he's desperate to get his lick backs against you, that he wants to fight you next no matter what. Are you willing to just go directly into a Charlo fight next, if it was offered to you?
Yep, absolutely. No doubt.
Caleb over here, congratulations on a great effort, a great fight. The revenge tour that you've built, it's a part of your DNA. How do you motivate yourself moving forward, considering the hand that you're dealt now?
Yeah, revenge tour isn't just about my boxing career. It's about life in general, and we're all on the revenge tour. We started off with nothing. I'm sure a lot of us in the room started off with nothing and have been told, no, we can't accomplish this because of where we're from or what we look like or non-believers looking in on us. And, the best revenge is success, right? So in life, I'm a winner. If you look at where I started, what I've been through, and what I've had to accomplish to get here, it's taken a lot. And I feel like if anybody's the man for the job, it's me. So, like I said, I'll regroup with my team. We'll get right back to work, and I'm not easily discouraged,
Last question right here. Stephen Kale, Warda Sports. Just thank you for another great fight. For the fans. Was there something strategically going wrong that, like, maybe I don't know? Was Breadman the instructions he was giving you? Like, was there a reason strategically that you couldn't put your game plan with what you were trying to do?
Yeah, I felt like I was putting my jab on him, using the whole ring, switching directions, working my jab up and down, working my feints. I didn't use the right hand as much as I want. It was kind of bothering me. But again, like I said, that's no excuse. But Brad was giving me great instructions in the corner. My dad was giving me great instructions in the corner. And, you know, I felt like I won like at least like the first 5 of the 6. And I felt like I definitely could have pulled, you know, 2 out down the stretch somewhere along the way. That's 7-5 right there. So I felt like I did enough to win the fight, 7-5. But, you know, the judges didn't see it that way. And sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. So, but no, my dad, Brett, Rich, they were all giving me great instruction. And, you know, I felt like I was sticking to the game plan other than, you know, putting my right hand in there a little more. But
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Look forward to seeing you back. Caleb Plant, ladies and gentlemen, a world-class fighter, a world champion, and a world-class person. Looking forward to seeing the return of Caleb Plant.
Sure, I appreciate all y'all's love and continued support over the years. It means a whole lot to me and my family, and like I said, we'll be back soon.
And congratulations also to Caleb and his lovely wife, Jordan Plant. They are expecting later on this summer, so we wish them all the best, adding to their amazing family. Caleb Plant, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to the media. Nada Eat Mexico and the new interim WBA super middleweight champion of the world, El Toro, Armando Resendiz, as he defeats Caleb Plant by split decision here tonight. Armando Resendiz, please come up to the podium. Unas palabras, por favor. And Martin Bader, you got the microphone, Martin. You can translate. Unas palabras, el nuevo campeón del mundo.
Primero que nada, agradecer a Dios porque esto ya me lo había prometido y me lo cumplió. Me siento muy feliz, muy contento, muy agradecido. Como lo dije, yo voy a salir a darlo todo por mi bebé que viene en camino, por mi familia, por toda la gente que me quiere, todos los fanáticos que me estuvieron apoyando en la arena. Se sintió mucho su calidez. Muchas gracias a todos y me siento muy feliz. Estoy listo para dar más batallas.
I'm so happy right now. I am beyond thankful. I'm very happy for my baby that's on the way. I promised him this and now it's a reality. I've fought many battles and now I'm here. So I want to thank everybody for their support and for being here for me. And look, I'm here, I'm the champion, and I couldn't be more thrilled for the way that things have turned out. Thank you so much, everybody.
Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype. Armando, what I really wanted to ask you is just how much motivation did Caleb Plant give you? You know, he was talking to you very strongly this week, letting you know what he was going to do. It seemed like, you know, he was maybe overlooking you and looking to his next fight, but you just kept saying, okay. How much did he motivate you with his talk this week?
¿Qué tanto te motivaron las palabras de Plant, considerando todo lo que se hablaba de que él iba a pelear contra Charlo y todo lo que eso, y vos dejaste todo de lado y siempre te mantuviste sereno, pero ¿cómo te motivó todo lo que se decía en la semana?
Yo estaba simplemente muy concentrado, muy enfocado en lo mío. Dios me dio la serenidad para recibir todos esos comentarios y pues que no, en cierta parte no me tomaran muy en cuenta mi oponente. Con todo respeto, él es un gran peleador. Él también confía mucho en su capacidad, por eso yo creo que esa era la seguridad que él tenía también, pero pues salimos a darlo todo.
Well, you know, he's a great fighter. I'm sure that he was very confident in his skills, but it was the confidence I had in myself and in my skills that allowed me to have the serenity to not listen to the outside noise, because I was entirely too focused on doing my thing and on doing what I was able to achieve tonight. Next question.
Hola, Toro. Antes que nada, felicidades. Ernesto Amador de No Puedes Jugar Boxeo. Y la segunda pregunta es para Manny Robles. La primera, Toro, no sé si ya te diste cuenta, como dicen en México, te cayó el 20, de que acabas de hacer una hazaña. Ibas realmente no como favorito para nada, se te quiso meter en la cabeza, pero acabas de dar una demostración bestial, derrotando a uno de los mejores 168. Y la pregunta para Manny es, Manny, ¿pudieras equiparar esta proeza a lo de Andy Ruiz?
Manny, adelante.
Ya me agarraron en curva.
Bueno, entonces, so basically, how does this really this upset, this huge upset at 168, how does this feel for you and what does this mean for your career? And then there was a question for Manny Robles as well. I'm going to ask Ernesto to repeat, but go ahead, Armando. ¿Cómo se siente lo que te preguntó? Responder lo que te preguntó Ernesto en español. Sí. Al Plant y la 68.
Pues bueno, esto es parte por lo que hemos trabajado toda la vida. Se siente increíble realmente poder ganar contra uno de los buenos, un elite, como yo lo dije, uno de los más grandes. Y bueno, pues es el trabajo en conjunto con el coach, con el preparador físico, el psicólogo, todo el equipo de trabajo.
Winning at 168 is not just a one-man accomplishment. This has been an entire team accomplishment, starting with Manny Robles here, and it wouldn't have been possible without them. This upset belongs to all of us.
Y mi equipo de cocina también, que fue mi papá en esta ocasión. Y mi hermano Byron.
¡Tremendo trabajo! Here's his team, you know, that they were like his family all along for this ride.
No, pues dicen por ahí, mi papá dice que saqué la pegada, el punch de mi mamá.
My dad says that actually I got my punching power like from my mom, so watch out. ¿Podrías repetirla, por favor?
Sí. Manny, para ti es prácticamente igual la hazaña que hiciste con Andy Ruiz, porque era muy complicado ganar esta noche.
The question for Manny Robles here is whether this upset is comparable to what Andy Ruiz did back 5 years ago, and you know what his thoughts around that. Manny, adelante con el micrófono.
Hello.
Sí.
Definitely up there. Definitivamente, es una de las mejores victorias que hemos conseguido, que he conseguido yo en lo personal, gracias a Dios. Hemos pasado por muchas etapas difíciles. Yo le dije a Toro que hace un año, ¿te acuerdas, Toro?
Sí.
Y hablamos de eso, le dije, no te desanimes, no cuelgues los guantes, te va a llegar tu oportunidad. Y le dejé como ejemplo a Rafael Espinosa. Mira, Rafael, él estaba a punto de retirarse, le llegó su oportunidad y se coronó campeón mundial, y Dios es grande. Y parece que le llegó la oportunidad a él y la supo aprovechar, y hoy es campeón mundial.
This is definitely a huge upset, an all-time one that makes me very proud. And look, a year ago I was talking to Armando saying, hey, don't give up, don't ever give up. Good things are going to come your way. And look at where we are now. So it's just a matter of perseverance, and Armando persevered like the best of them. I'm really proud of him, and this is what we did together.
Eso.
Next question.
Manny, for you, what was it like to get a close victory after losing the Hodgkick fight here?
Not just that one. Let's not forget. Not just that one. Listen. When I heard split decision, I said to myself, "Not again, not again, please, not again." But welcome to Vegas. But it happened to me with Virgil. With all due respect to the fighters, of course, with Bohachuk versus Virgil. I felt like we won. He dropped him twice. We got a majority decision lost. And then just recently, a couple months ago, let's not forget, Taragouche versus Elijah Garcia. Dropped him, pretty much won every single round, and we lost another split decision. So here tonight, again, I hear split decision. Oh, my goodness. I'm just, you know what? I'm just going to wait for them to give the decision. And, well, justice was served, man. And we got the W.
And Armando, what turned the fight for you? Because it seemed like in the early rounds, Caleb was kind of having his way with the activity, but then you were able to break through and land those heavy blows. What allowed that to happen?
¿Cuál fue la clave para que la pelea cambie? Porque parece que al principio Plant estaba bastante cómodo y de repente vos empezaste a dominar de una manera en la que él ya no tuvo respuesta.
No, bueno, pues ya habíamos planificado varias estrategias. Yo solo obedecía a mi esquina. Cuando me dijeron haz esto, fui a hacerlo. Cuando me dijeron haz aquello, fui a hacerlo. En ocasiones hasta pudimos dar un poco más, pero pues gracias a Dios todo se dio bien.
My team and I, we had more than one strategy. It wasn't just plan A. and I stayed true, listening to my corner. And then we saw the fruits of that labor coming through, and we didn't stop until then. I thought actually I could have done more, perhaps, but the way that my corner and I interacted was just the key to the victory.
Armando, saludos. Question for you and Manny. I know you're the kind of fighter, you'll fight whoever they put in front of you, but is there any matchup in this division that you want? And Manny, is there a fighter out there that you think it makes sense, it's a good matchup?
Bueno, empezamos acá con Armando, es de que sabemos que estás dispuesta a enfrentarte a cualquiera, pero si tuvieses que elegir un nombre, ¿quién sería y por qué?
I don't think we want to think about anybody right now. It's too soon to say. Yo creo que no estamos para pensar en nadie en este momento, ¿no?
No,
disfrutar el triunfo.
Disfrutar el triunfo.
We're going to Guayabitos. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Vaya.
We're going to el rincón, el nuevo campeón mundial del rincón de Guayabitos, Armando el Toro Resendiz.
Yeah, he was saying, allow me to celebrate a little bit, drink this in, and then we'll see what happens. But it's the new champion from Rincón de Guayabito, so it's all about celebrating right now, thinking about the opponent later.
One more right here.
Armando, you were all smiles all week. You were happy to be here. What was going through your mind as you prepared to go through this fight? How confident were you that you would get this shocking win?
No dejaste de sonreír en toda la semana. ¿Por qué estabas tan confiado? ¿Cuál era tu manera de sentirte para que este resultado llegue?
No, bueno, la principal razón de eso es porque yo puse toda mi fe en Dios. Yo estaba contento, disfrutando mi momento, disfrutando esta etapa de mi vida. Y pues con la fe en Dios no tenía nada de qué preocuparme, todo iba a ser lo que Él diga y lo que Él mande, eso es lo que yo quiero, porque lo que Él decida, lo que Él tenga para mí, eso es lo que yo quiero también.
I put all my faith in God, and I was very, very confident in whatever He deemed was going to happen to me. So that brought me a lot of serenity, a lot of happiness, and I knew that whatever God's plan was, I was going to be absolutely fine with it, and that's why I was so happy all week long.
All right, congratulations to Armando Resendiz. If he has últimas palabras, final words.
Nuevamente, primero que nada, agradecer a Dios. Siempre con la fe en Dios he podido lograr lo poco o mucho que he logrado y sé que Él me seguirá dando la fuerza para seguir logrando más cosas. Decirle a todos los chavitos que le echen ganas, que no abandonen sus sueños. Decirle a todas las personas que con la fe en Dios todo se puede. Toro se puede.
Well, first of all, I want to thank God, and I want you all to know that if you believe in God, then absolutely anything is possible. I want all the young men and women out there to always believe in themselves, never think that anything is not enough. Keep plugging away, and look at me now. Everything is possible.
Y toda la gloria siempre sea para Dios.
May all glory be to God.
Dios en mi esquina, Dios en mi esquina, así es. Dios en mi esquina.
All right, congratulations to the champion, Armando Resendiz, and his entire team, Manny Robles, Louis DeCubas Sr., Leon Margulies as well. We still have Caleb Plant will be on the way, guys, so media, Caleb Plant will